Welcome to this edition of Around the Horn Book Review. Today we'll be looking at the author Annette Simmons. She has written this book on storytelling. Annette is a keynote speaker, consultant, and author of 4 books. She started with a business degree from Louisiana State University, spent 10 years in Australia in an international business. She's earned a Master of Education from North Carolina State in 1994 and has started a consulting group. We're reviewing her book, The Story Factor: Inspiration, Influence, and Persuasion in the Art or Through the Art of Storytelling. The Story Factor is a compelling exploration of the power of storytelling in leadership, persuasion, and influence. First published in 2001 and updated in later editions, the book argues that storytelling is not just a tool for entertainment, but a fundamental skill for anyone seeking to inspire and build trust and shape perceptions. This book was named one of the best 100 business books of all time. What are some of the themes and insights? One of the book's central ideas is that stories create emotional connections that facts and data alone cannot. Simmons emphasizes that people are more likely to be influenced by narratives that resonate with their personal experiences and values. Unlike traditional persuasion techniques that rely on logic, storytelling speaks to the heart, making ideas more memorable and impactful. Simmons categorizes different types of stories that leaders and influencers should master. These types of stories include who am I stories, which establish credibility and authenticity. Why am I here stories, which clarify motives and build trust. Vision stories, which inspire and create a shared sense of purpose. Teaching stories, which impart lessons about life's values. Values and action stories, which reinforce organizational and personal values. I know what you are thinking stories, which address doubts and skepticism. Another key takeaway from the book is the idea that stories shape reality. People don't just respond to events, they respond to meaning that they assign to those events. By framing situations through storytelling, leaders can shape how others perceive challenges, opportunities, and even their own potential. One of the book's greatest strengths is its practical application. Simmons provides numerous examples of storytelling in action, from business leaders to politicians and everyday conversations. Her engaging writing styles makes the book an enjoyable read, and the principles she outlines are accessible to anyone, whether in business, education, or personal relationships. Here are some of my favorite quotes from the book. Clothing truth and story is a powerful way to get people to open the doors of their mind to you and to the truth that you carry. Another one is, when you want to influence others, there is no more powerful tool than story. Story doesn't grab power, story creates power. You do not need a position of formal leadership when you know the power of story. Also, as a storyteller, you borrow a story's power to connect people to what is important and to help them make sense of their world. A good story simplifies our world into something that we feel like we can understand. The difference between giving an example and telling a story is the addition of emotional content and added sensory details in the telling. A story weaves detail, character, and the events into a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. Let me give you 4 reasons why you should read this book. First, you should read this book because Jesus told stories. His powerful, eternal truths were communicated through story. Second, the great portions of the Bible are narrative or story. The Old Testament, as well as the 4 Gospels and the book of Acts, are stories. Third, you should begin to communicate with others in your daily life in story if you want to have a greater impact in your daily conversations. And fourth, The Story Factor is an insightful and inspiring read for anyone who wants to improve their ability to influence others. Simmons makes a strong case that storytelling is not just a skill, but an essential leadership tool. Whether you're a business leader, an educator, a public speaker, a pastor, or minister, this book will help you harness the power of story to connect others with the meaningful change that you want to see in their life. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you on the next Round the Horn book review. God bless.